Richard Gere is an acclaimed American actor and humanitarian renowned for his captivating performances and enduring influence in Hollywood. Rising to fame in the 1980s with iconic roles in films like American Gigolo and Pretty Woman, Gere has built a diverse career marked by both commercial success and critical acclaim. Beyond his acting talents, he is widely respected for his lifelong commitment to activism, particularly advocating for Tibetan independence and human rights. Gere's deep engagement with Buddhism and philanthropy further distinguish him as a thoughtful public figure who balances artistic excellence with meaningful social impact. With a career spanning over 4 decades, Richard Gere continues to be a compelling presence both on and off the screen, celebrated for his charisma, integrity, and dedication to causes beyond the spotlight. Early stardom and career highlights. Richard Tiffany Gere was born on August 31, 1949, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. His journey into acting began in the early 1970s when he started taking on supporting roles, gradually making his presence felt in Hollywood. One of his earliest notable appearances was in the 1977 film Looking for Mr. Goodbar, where his performance garnered attention for its depth and nuance. Gere's career took a significant step forward in 1978 when he starred in Terrence Malick's Days of Heaven. The film, now considered a classic, helped establish Gere as a serious and talented actor capable of handling complex and emotionally rich roles. His portrayal of the lead character showcased a raw intensity and vulnerability that resonated with both critics and audiences. However, it was the 1980 film American Gigolo that truly catapulted Richard Gere into the spotlight. Playing the role of a stylish, charismatic male escort, Gere not only demonstrated his acting range, but also became an instant sex symbol, captivating audiences with his charm and screen presence. This role transformed him into a Hollywood leading man and set the stage for a career filled with diverse and memorable performances. Throughout the 1980s and beyond, Gere solidified his status with a string of iconic roles. He starred in An Officer and a Gentleman, 1982, delivering a powerful performance that earned him critical acclaim and further popularized his appeal. Then came Pretty Woman, 1990, a romantic comedy classic where Gere's chemistry with Julia Roberts captivated worldwide audiences. Later, in Chicago, 2002, he showcased his versatility in a musical that won multiple Academy Awards. Richard Gere's career is marked by a blend of commercial success and artistic credibility, earning him both critical respect and a devoted fan base. His enduring appeal lies in his ability to embody a wide range of characters while maintaining an unmistakable charisma on screen. Health issues, a private struggle. Richard Gere, an iconic figure in Hollywood known for his charisma and enduring talent, has always projected an image of vitality and grace. Yet, like many individuals, especially those advancing in age, his health journey has not been without its challenges. What sets Gere apart is his discretion. He has largely kept his personal health struggles out of the public eye, preferring to maintain privacy over leveraging his experiences for public discourse. This nuanced balance between his public persona and private realities reveals much about his character and his approach to health. The public persona versus private reality. In the landscape of celebrity culture, where personal revelations often become media fodder, Gere's health narrative stands out for its relative quietude. Unlike some of his contemporaries who have openly shared battles with illnesses such as cancer, cardiovascular disease, or other chronic conditions, Gere has chosen a different path. As of 2025, there have been no confirmed public disclosures about any major chronic illnesses or serious medical conditions that he has faced. This absence of public health drama may partly be due to his intentional privacy, but also possibly a reflection of his preventive health measures and lifestyle choices. This discretion has sparked curiosity and speculation among fans and media alike, yet the actor has remained focused on his craft and his personal spiritual growth rather than the sensationalism of health crises. A holistic approach to wellness. One of the defining aspects of Gere's health philosophy is his commitment to mental and spiritual well-being. He has frequently spoken about the importance of mindfulness, meditation, and his Buddhist practice, which he credits as foundational to his health routine. This holistic approach, which blends physical care with mental and spiritual balance, is a cornerstone of how Gere navigates the challenges of aging and wellness. Meditation and yoga, practices he has consistently embraced, are well documented for their benefits in reducing stress, enhancing emotional regulation, and promoting physical flexibility and strength. Gere's dedication to these disciplines suggests a proactive approach to health maintenance rather than reactive treatment of illness. This perspective is increasingly embraced by health professionals today, recognizing that mental and spiritual health are integral to overall well-being. In interviews, Gere often emphasizes that the mind-body connection is vital, and his longevity and sustained vitality in the public eye attest to the effectiveness of his practices. His approach resonates with many who seek a more balanced and meaningful way to handle the pressures of life and aging. Aging gracefully, physical health and public appearances. At 75 years old in 2025, Gere continues to appear physically fit and active. While the natural signs of aging, such as changes in skin elasticity and a more measured pace, are evident, he has defied many expectations regarding the decline often associated with advancing years. His public appearances often reveal a man who, while no longer in his youthful prime, carries himself with strength and presence. Gere's continued engagement with physical activity, whether through yoga, walking, or other forms of exercise, is likely a significant factor in his enduring fitness. Regular exercise is critical in managing age-related conditions such as osteoporosis, cardiovascular risk, and muscle loss. Gere's lifestyle appears to embody these principles, suggesting a disciplined regimen aimed at longevity and quality of life. Mental health and mindfulness, an understated but powerful focus. Mental health has become a crucial topic in contemporary health discussions, and Gere's openness about the importance of mental well-being is particularly relevant. Though he has not publicized any personal struggles with mental illness, his advocacy for mindfulness practices highlights an awareness of how mental health profoundly influences physical health. Buddhism, which he has practiced for decades, teaches compassion, mindfulness, and acceptance, principles that align well with modern psychological approaches to stress management and emotional resilience. Gere's spiritual practice likely provides a framework for coping with life's inevitable challenges, reducing anxiety, and cultivating peace, all of which contribute positively to overall health. This spiritual and mental health focus also reflects a broader trend among aging populations who prioritize not just longevity, but also the quality of their later years, seeking fulfillment and balance beyond mere physical health. Speculation and rumors. Navigating celebrity health myths. As is common with celebrities, rumors about Richard Gere's health occasionally circulate in the media and among fans. Some speculate about possible serious health issues such as cancer or cardiovascular disease, but there is no verified information to support these claims. Such rumors often stem from the natural concern fans have for beloved figures, combined with the secretive nature of Gere's personal life. The absence of any confirmed major health crises suggests that Gere has either managed to avoid serious illness or has handled any issues privately without public disclosure. This discretion can be seen as a form of personal empowerment, allowing him to control the narrative of his life and health on his own terms. In an era where celebrity health news can often become invasive and speculative, Gere's approach serves as a reminder that privacy is a valid and important choice. It also underscores the importance of not jumping to conclusions based on rumours and maintaining respect for an individual's personal health journey. Prevention and maintenance, the likely key to Gere's longevity. Given his age and continued activity level, it is reasonable to conclude that Richard Gere prioritises prevention and maintenance in his health strategy. Preventive care, which includes regular checkups, a balanced diet, consistent physical activity, and stress reduction techniques, is the best-known approach to maintaining health into older adulthood. Gere's disciplined lifestyle, spiritual engagement, and commitment to wellness practices suggest a comprehensive health maintenance plan. His example aligns well with modern gerontological research, which emphasizes that longevity and good health in later life depend not just on medical interventions, but also on lifestyle choices that nurture the whole person. Financial difficulties and disputes, the ups and downs of fame. Richard Gere's name has long been synonymous with Hollywood success, charm, and a distinguished career that spans decades. His image is often linked to affluence and high status, yet like many actors navigating the unpredictable terrain of fame and fortune, his financial story is marked by complexities, challenges, and lessons that lie beneath the glitz and glamour. While Gere is not known for flaunting his wealth or courting media attention around his financial status, certain aspects of his financial life, ranging from career earnings and real estate ventures to divorce settlements and philanthropy, offer a revealing look at the ups and downs that accompany celebrity, early career earnings, and the volatile nature of Hollywood paydays. Richard Gere rose to prominence in the late 1970s and early 1980s, becoming one of the era's most sought-after leading men. His breakthrough roles in films such as American Gigolo, 1980, An Officer and a Gentleman, 1982, and Pretty Woman, 1990, catapulted him to global stardom and substantial financial reward. However, Gere's early financial trajectory illustrates the often volatile nature of Hollywood paychecks, especially for actors whose income is tied heavily to box office performance and contract negotiations. In Hollywood, star salaries can be unpredictable and fluctuate wildly based on factors such as film success, agent negotiations, and studio politics. While Gere commanded significant salaries for blockbuster films, there were times when contractual complexities or box office disappointments affected his earnings. Unlike some contemporaries who might aggressively negotiate for upfront fees and profit sharing, Gere's career reflected a more traditional path where income could ebb and flow depending on the project's commercial success. Additionally, like many actors of his generation, Gere faced the challenge of balancing lucrative roles with artistic choices. This balance sometimes meant turning down projects that might have brought immediate financial gain, but conflicted with his values or artistic sensibilities. Thus, while his career earnings were substantial, they were not without the natural ups and downs that come with being a high-profile actor. Real estate ventures, property investments, and legal disputes. Beyond acting, Gere's financial portfolio has included significant investments in real estate. Like many celebrities, he invested in multiple properties, reflecting both a personal interest and a strategic move to diversify income streams. During the 2000s and early 2010s, Gere purchased several notable properties, including a sprawling estate in New York and multiple homes in California, areas known for their high real estate values and desirability among celebrities. However, some of these property dealings became sources of financial and legal tension. For instance, one of Gere's New York estates became entangled in a dispute with developers over renovation permits and zoning laws, which resulted in a protracted legal battle. While the dispute did not escalate into severe financial jeopardy, it highlighted the risks associated with property ownership, especially in cities with complex regulations and active real estate markets. Further complications arose with tax authorities regarding property assessments and capital gains. Gere's legal teams reportedly engaged in negotiations and settlements with tax officials, reflecting the intricate nature of celebrity finances, where property values, taxes, and legal considerations intersect. These disputes, while not uncommon in the high-stakes world of celebrity real estate, underscore that wealth accumulation is often accompanied by financial management challenges. Despite these hurdles, Gere's real estate investments have generally been prudent and reflect a long-term strategy rather than speculative gambles. His ownership of multiple homes also speaks to the lifestyle demands of an international actor who splits time between Hollywood, New York, and global philanthropic efforts. Divorce settlements, the most significant financial challenges. The financial repercussions of divorce are often among the most profound and complex for celebrities, and Richard Gere's marital history is no exception. Gere has been married 3 times, and the financial dimensions of these unions, particularly the divorces, have had lasting impacts. Marriage to Cindy Crawford, 1991 to 1995. Gere's marriage to supermodel Cindy Crawford was highly publicized, but by all accounts ended amicably. There were no major publicized financial disputes stemming from this divorce. Both Gere and Crawford reportedly managed their separation with discretion and respect, avoiding the often sensationalized battles that characterize many celebrity splits. Marriage to Carey Lowell, 2002 to 2016. Gere's second marriage to actress Carey Lowell proved more financially and emotionally complex. The couple had 1 son, Homer James Jigme Gere, and their divorce involved custody arrangements that were reportedly challenging. While specific details of their financial settlements remain private, it is widely acknowledged that the process was more contentious than Gere's previous divorce. Hollywood divorces, especially those involving high-net-worth individuals, typically entail substantial settlements, including spousal support, child custody agreements, and division of assets. The lengthy nature of Gere and Lowell's divorce suggested protracted negotiations, with legal and financial advisors working through complex arrangements to balance both monetary and familial considerations. This divorce was likely one of the most significant financial challenges Gere faced, as it coincided with his later career years when managing both personal and professional transitions. The settlement may have impacted his liquid assets and property holdings, but Gere has continued to maintain a stable financial footing since. Marriage to Alejandra Silva, 2018 to present. Gere's current marriage to Alejandra Silva appears stable and harmonious, with no public financial conflicts reported. Silva, a public figure and humanitarian herself, shares Gere's philanthropic values, which may contribute to a more balanced and collaborative financial partnership. Philanthropy and charitable contributions, giving back at a cost. While financial difficulties and disputes have marked some chapters of Gere's life, his commitment to philanthropy and humanitarian causes provides a counterpoint that reflects his values and priorities. Gere has long been a passionate advocate for Tibet and human rights, frequently using his platform and personal wealth to support related causes. Over the years, Gere has donated substantial sums to various organizations and initiatives focused on humanitarian aid, religious freedom, and social justice. These philanthropic efforts, while reducing his personal wealth, reveal a broader understanding of financial stewardship, not merely as wealth accumulation, but as a means to effect positive change. His philanthropy extends beyond financial contributions. Gere actively participates in awareness campaigns, attends benefit events, and lends his voice to advocacy efforts. This holistic engagement enhances the impact of his giving and reflects a deeper commitment that goes beyond check writing. Importantly, Gere's charitable activities suggest a financial philosophy that prioritizes social impact over personal wealth accumulation. This approach may explain his relatively discreet financial profile, where public displays of affluence take a back seat to meaningful contributions to causes he believes in. The bigger picture: fame, wealth, and financial management. Richard Gere's financial journey offers a valuable case study in the realities of celebrity wealth management. Fame and fortune bring opportunities for substantial earnings and investments, but they also entail complexities, legal disputes, market volatility, personal upheavals, and the pressures of public scrutiny. Gere's story illustrates that celebrity financial success is rarely a straightforward trajectory. Instead, it involves navigating unpredictable income streams, managing high-value assets like real estate, addressing personal and legal challenges, and balancing the demands of family and philanthropy. His discretion and relative privacy about his financial affairs stand in contrast to the more flamboyant displays often associated with celebrity culture. This choice has likely helped him avoid unnecessary media distractions and allowed him to focus on what matters most to him: family, spiritual growth, and humanitarian work. Public statements and political activism: a voice of conviction. Richard Gere's activism is not new. It has been a defining aspect of his public identity for decades. Throughout his career, he has been an ardent advocate for Tibetan independence, human rights, and social justice. Gere's dedication to these causes stems from deeply held spiritual beliefs, particularly his commitment to Buddhism and his personal connections with the Tibetan community, advocacy for Tibetan independence and human rights. In recent years, Gere's vocal support for Tibetan independence and criticism of the Chinese government have drawn significant attention. He has consistently condemned the Chinese Communist Party's policies toward Tibet, highlighting issues such as cultural repression, religious persecution, and human rights abuses. This activism, while garnering respect from many global human rights organizations and activists, has not been without controversy. China's growing economic and political influence globally means that public figures criticizing the Chinese government face diplomatic and commercial repercussions. For Gere, these consequences have included the banning or severe restriction of some of his films in the lucrative Chinese market, a notable loss given China's importance as a film distribution territory. The tensions between Gere's activism and China's censorship policies illustrate a broader dilemma faced by celebrities and public figures who choose to speak out on contentious geopolitical issues. By prioritizing his principles over market access, Gere has demonstrated a willingness to accept personal and professional consequences in the name of advocacy, heated debates, and social media reactions. Although Gere himself maintains a low personal profile on social media, his political statements often reverberate widely online. When Gere criticizes the Chinese government or speaks on related issues, these comments frequently ignite heated debates on platforms like Twitter and Facebook. Supporters praise him for courageously championing human rights, while detractors accuse him of political interference or insensitivity toward China's sovereignty. These debates exemplify the polarized nature of current social discourse, where complex international issues become battlegrounds for ideological clashes. Gere's steadfastness in the face of criticism underscores his commitment to his values, reflecting a refusal to dilute his message to appease critics or safeguard commercial interests. In this way, Gere's activism remains a significant aspect of his public persona, continuing to spark dialogue and sometimes controversy, despite his low media profile. Hollywood and industry relations, tradition meets transformation. While Richard Gere's political activism has drawn public scrutiny, his stance on Hollywood itself has occasionally placed him at odds with the evolving norms of the entertainment industry. Gere is often described as a traditionalist when it comes to acting, filmmaking, and the overall culture of Hollywood, a position that has elicited both respect and criticism. A commitment to classic craftsmanship, Gere's career began during a period in Hollywood that valued strong character-driven stories and meticulous craftsmanship in filmmaking. Throughout his decades in the industry, he has maintained a deep respect for the art of acting, emphasizing preparation, discipline, and authentic performances. This dedication has led Gere to sometimes express skepticism about contemporary industry trends that emphasize rapid production, blockbuster spectacle, or the dominance of franchise films over character-based stories. Gere's traditionalist approach also reflects a broader concern about maintaining artistic integrity in an era increasingly driven by commercial formulas and digital innovation. Generational and ideological clashes, Gere's views have occasionally put him at odds with younger Hollywood voices, particularly those advocating for rapid industry changes such as greater diversity, inclusivity, and the disruption of traditional power structures. Many in the younger generation call for more progressive casting practices, equitable pay, and new storytelling approaches that reflect a more diverse audience. While Gere supports social justice causes personally, his preference for classic filmmaking methods and caution towards some industry changes has led to subtle tensions. Critics sometimes interpret his stance as resistant to change or less attuned to the demands of modern audiences. Conversely, supporters argue that Gere's perspective provides an important counterbalance that preserves the foundational values of cinematic artistry. Importantly, Gere has avoided the personal misconduct scandals that have affected numerous other Hollywood figures. His reputation for professionalism and discretion continues to earn him respect within the industry, even as debates about Hollywood's future unfold. Social media presence and public perception, the quiet outsider. In the age of Instagram selfies, Twitter feuds, and viral TikTok videos, Richard Gere stands out as a relative social media recluse. His minimal engagement with digital platforms is a deliberate choice that has shaped both his public image and the nature of controversies involving him. Limited social media footprint. Unlike many celebrities who use social media to amplify their personal brand, promote projects, and interact with fans, Gere's online presence is minimal. He rarely posts updates, refrains from participating in viral trends, and avoids direct engagement with online debates. This approach helps Gere avoid the common pitfalls of social media, misinterpretations, quick backlash, and the often toxic nature of online discourse. By maintaining this distance, Gere preserves his privacy and controls his public narrative more tightly than many of his peers. Advantages and trade-offs. While this reticence shields Gere from online controversies, it also means he misses opportunities for direct connection with fans, especially younger demographics who primarily consume celebrity culture through social media. The lack of frequent updates or engagement can create a sense of distance between Gere and his audience. Moreover, without an active social media presence to counter rumours or misinformation, Gere sometimes becomes a subject of speculation or debate without his input. However, His long-standing reputation, body of work, and consistent public image mitigate many of these challenges: public perception, respect, and complexity. The public perceives Gere largely through his film roles, public activism, and sporadic interviews rather than social media interactions. Many admire his dignified, principled stance and his commitment to causes beyond personal fame or fortune. At the same time, some segments of the public, especially younger audiences who prioritize transparency and constant engagement, may find his low profile enigmatic or old-fashioned. This duality places Gere in a unique position as both a revered veteran and an outlier in today's digital celebrity culture. Current personal life, stability, and family. Richard Gere's personal life in recent years reflects a period of stability, growth, and deepened commitment to family and spirituality. After decades in the spotlight and navigating the complexities of fame, Gere has found renewed balance through his marriage, fatherhood, and a lifestyle guided by his profound Buddhist beliefs. Marriage and fatherhood, a foundation of love and support. Since 2018, Richard Gere has been married to Alejandra Silva, a Spanish publicist and activist. Their union has been marked by mutual dedication not only to each other, but also to shared philanthropic endeavours and family values. Silva's background as an activist aligns closely with Gere's own long-standing commitment to humanitarian causes, creating a partnership that extends beyond their personal lives into their public missions. Together, they have blended their families with grace and understanding. Gere continues to be a devoted father to his son, Homer James Jigme. Gere, born during his previous marriage to actress Carey Lowell. Despite the challenges often associated with blended families and high-profile lifestyles, Gere has maintained a consistently close and supportive relationship with Homer. Fatherhood remains a central pillar in Gere's life and identity. Friends, family members, and those close to him frequently commend his dedication as a parent, highlighting the deep emotional bond he shares with his son. Gere's approach to fatherhood reflects a nurturing and grounded presence, emphasizing emotional availability and support amidst the demands of his career. This personal stability and familial focus have contributed to a calmer, more centered phase of Gere's life, allowing him to balance his professional responsibilities with meaningful time at home. Lifestyle and spirituality. A life guided by Buddhist principles. Beyond his roles as husband and father, Richard Gere's lifestyle is profoundly influenced by his spiritual journey, particularly his dedication to Buddhism. His commitment to Tibetan Buddhism and meditation has been a cornerstone of his worldview for many years, shaping how he approaches health, aging, and social engagement. Gere's spirituality is not merely a private practice, but a guiding philosophy that informs daily living. Meditation, mindfulness, and Buddhist teachings provide him with tools to cultivate inner peace, resilience, and compassion. This spiritual foundation supports his ability to navigate life's challenges with equanimity and grace. In interviews and public appearances, Gere often credits his Buddhist practice with helping him maintain balance amid the pressures of fame and aging. He views aging not as a decline, but as a natural, even enriching process, one that can be embraced with acceptance and wisdom rather than resistance. This holistic approach to wellness extends into Gere's lifestyle choices. He emphasizes the importance of retreating to quiet, contemplative spaces to recharge, whether through time spent in nature, meditation retreats, or simply periods of solitude away from the public eye. Such practices enable him to sustain both physical health and mental well-being. Moreover, Gere's spirituality intersects with his philanthropic work. His activism on behalf of Tibetan independence, human rights, and humanitarian causes is deeply rooted in the compassion and ethical principles central to his Buddhist beliefs. This integration of personal faith and social responsibility distinguishes Gere as a celebrity who aligns his values with his actions. Career activities and public engagements. Though Richard Gere's film appearances have slowed compared to the height of his career in the 1980s and the 1990s, the actor remains a respected and active presence in the entertainment world. In recent years, Gere has taken a more selective approach to his projects, choosing roles and engagements that align closely with his personal values and ongoing commitment to activism. His career today reflects a thoughtful blend of artistic integrity and social consciousness, underscoring his enduring influence both on screen and off. Recent film and television work, selectivity and substance. In the past 5 years, Richard Gere has consciously chosen roles that resonate with him on a personal and ethical level. Unlike earlier periods of his career, where commercial appeal often drove project choices, Gere now leans toward independent films or projects infused with meaningful social messages. This shift reflects not only a natural evolution as an artist, but also Gere's desire to contribute to cinema that provokes thought, fosters empathy, or sheds light on important issues. Many of these roles emphasize complex characters grappling with moral or emotional dilemmas, allowing Gere to showcase his trademark depth and authenticity as a performer. In addition to narrative films, Gere has occasionally appeared in documentaries, particularly those linked to causes he champions, such as Tibetan rights, human dignity, or spirituality. These documentary appearances allow him to lend his voice to subjects close to his heart, reaching audiences beyond traditional entertainment channels. Critics and audiences continue to praise Gere's performances for their nuance and emotional honesty. Even in smaller or less commercial projects, his ability to inhabit characters with sincerity and gravitas remains evident, demonstrating that his talents have only matured with time. Gere's enduring skill underscores why he remains a respected figure in the industry, despite fewer film credits compared to his earlier prolific output. Public appearances and events, a platform for advocacy. Outside of acting, Richard Gere stays engaged through various public appearances that reflect his broader commitments. Though he avoids the constant media spotlight, Gere attends film festivals, humanitarian events, and charity galas, venues where his presence highlights causes rather than celebrity. Film festivals provide Gere with opportunities to support independent cinema and emerging filmmakers, especially those working on socially relevant topics. His participation signals his ongoing dedication to elevating meaningful storytelling within the industry. Humanitarian events and charity galas also draw Gere, as these occasions align perfectly with his philanthropic and activist priorities. He is well known for championing Tibetan freedom, human rights, and social justice, and his attendance at such events reinforces his role not only as an actor, but also as a committed advocate. Your one click can help us keep creating awesome stuff.